In a GTA Online session full of bullies, insane cell missions, and gross trolls, Dr. Crush, that's me. And I'm here to try to do the impossible. Create a guide to help you survive GTA Online. Alright, so today I'm here to create a guide to help you survive GTA Online. And we're going to cover a bunch of different things today in this video. Going from just surviving in general to surviving a public lobby to surviving a cell mission and then surviving missions aside from a public session. We're going to be covering all of that today. So yeah, let's get into how we can actually survive in GTA Online. Alright, so first things first, we need to get weapons, and you want to get some pretty good weapons because if you're going to be doing missions or if some moron just runs up on you, it'll be nice to actually have weapons that can defend yourself. So I'm going to go over all the weapons that, in my opinion, you should get. So we're going to pull up our weapon wheel right here, and really there's not, like, in my opinion, a go-to pistol that you really need, and you'll see why in a little bit. But if I were to get any pistol, in my opinion, I think you should get the up and atomizer, just in case if you get your car stuck somewhere and you're like, oh shoot, I need to move my car. Well, then you can just do like a little bam, and then boom, your car is moved. But yeah, it's not the most important thing in the world, but if I had to have picked a pistol, it has to be the up and atomizer. And the reason I'm only picking an up and atomizer as far as a pistol is concerned is because of one of the machine guns that we can actually get, which the next category of weapon is going to be the machine guns right here. And this machine gun blows all of the pistols out of the water, which is going to be the tactical SMG. Now, the thing with the tactical SMG is not like it's the best weapon if you're just on your feet or whatever. It's a good weapon to actually shoot out of your car that you're driving. So let me just rob this car for a second. And then here, look, I'll show you. Ready, set, whoop. Oh, jeez, good aiming. Good aiming. Okay, there we go. It's a pretty powerful weapon for what it offers, but I think the biggest reason that it blows all of the pistols out of the water is because every clip for this weapon holds 60 shots, which is not the case for the AP pistol, which is really the only other gun really comparable. So look, I can just go bang, just keep shooting, just keep shooting. You know, I'm just holding down the trigger. And dude, that probably lasted like 6 seconds of just straight up shooting. It's fantastic. But this gun is a little bit more on the expensive side. So if you wanted to get a cheaper option, then in my opinion, the AP pistol is not a bad option to go with either. You can't unlock the AP pistol, I think, until you're like level 36 or something like that. So if you're really just starting out in the game, then I recommend you get the machine pistol right here. So essentially, to go over once again the best weapons to use while driving, tactical SMG should be your target because it is such a good weapon. But if you want to go on the more cheaper side, then the machine pistol is not bad, and the AP pistol is pretty good too. And then if you want to get any other machine guns, I mean, technically the machine pistol is also in the machine gun category. The AP pistol is technically in the pistol category, but if you want to get any other machine guns, I recommend the Combat MG. I have the Mark II version. It's just a powerful weapon, and it can shoot 100 times before you need to reload, which is pretty nice. Like, oh my god, this car's about to blow up. It's a really powerful weapon. My goodness. I mean, I might as well demonstrate this gun. See, look at that. I just mowed that guy down like it was nothing. And relax. That's a guy now. Don't worry. Just relax. Calm down. But yeah, this is the Combat MG. Pretty freaking good. Now, it's time for us to get into the rifles. And in my opinion, the best rifle to get is going to be the Service Carbine. I absolutely love this gun. This gun is so good. But once again, it's on the more expensive side. But if you want a cheaper option, then in my opinion, the Special Carbine is another good option. I have the Mark II version, but all my Loser to Luxury accounts, I've used just a normal Special Carbine. It's a very good cheap weapon. So yeah, to recap, Special Carbine if you want a cheaper option, and then the Service Carbine as your go-to. Now, in my opinion, the best sniper in the game is going to be the Heavy Sniper. Now, I guess I'm going to consider the Mark II version the more expensive version, and then just a stock Heavy Sniper is going to be your cheaper option. Like, really, the other snipers in the game really don't compare to the Heavy Sniper. I mean, I'll go over all these snipers real quick. Marksman's okay, but it just doesn't have the same firepower. Like, Heavy Sniper is pretty much a one and done deal. I mean, Marksman rifle, you're gonna have to hit multiple shots. Oh yeah, then this weapon right here that I'm using is the precision rifle. In my opinion, it doesn't really belong in the sniper category. It kind of just acts like a normal rifle. Okay, there's some person right here. I don't really trust this person. But yeah, that was the precision rifle. Then yeah, we have the sniper rifle right here. The sniper rifle is pretty much just a worse version of the Heavy Sniper. The Heavy Sniper is so good. As I said before, I have the Mark II version of the Heavy Sniper, and I have explosive rounds on this thing, and I'll show you what the explosive rounds do. I want to test it out on this person. No, you don't have to leave. Wait, hold on. Excuse me. Okay, that's what it does. It blows up vehicles. I'm so sorry to that person. I just blew up their vehicle. But yeah, see, look, car right here, wha-bam, gone. See this car, wha-bam, gone. This car right here, wha-bam, gone. That's why I love putting explosive rounds in a heavy sniper. And also, it takes out jets pretty well. Like, if you see a Raiju in the air, if you hit like a few shots on it, it'll damage it pretty heavily. Yeah, but even just the normal version of the heavy sniper is still the best sniper in the game. Now, out of all the melee weapons, by far the best one is going to be the stone hatchet. And it's for this reason right here. It's a one-shot kill, but then you also get this ability. Essentially, it makes you pretty much invisible. And if you keep getting kills with this thing, the bar in the bottom left-hand corner, that yellow bar will stay pretty much on, which means you'll just continue to be invisible. I mean, you can see it right here. We're just walking, like that guy right there. He's using a shotgun. Okay, well, I kind of screwed up right there. He got a little bit far away from me, and then as soon as that wore off, I died. But still, we got a ton of kills just off of that stone hatchet right there. Now, one thing about that weapon, the stone hatchet, is that it cannot work during missions, that ability. So don't expect to, I don't know, let's just say go into like a Pacific Standard heist and you think that that's going to work. That's not going to work. Anyways, next category we're going to get into is going to be the shotguns. And in my opinion, the assault shotgun is the best. It's not the strongest shotgun in the game, but my goodness, it fires like crazy, and it is still one of the strongest in this category. Like, I'm not using it in its best like situation right now. This is more of like a close quarters weapon. Like any mission that involves you like going inside of a building, like I don't know, let's just say like the Humane Labs raid heist, that's a great time to use the assault shotgun. Now the next weapon class we're going to get into is going to be the heavy weapons. Now all of these are pretty much really good, but probably the railgun is the best overall. Like, it's a pretty fast shot compared to like an RPG here. I'll shoot an RPG shot for a second. Like RPG shot, it's a little slower getting to the target. But like a railgun shot, it's pretty much immediately already there. It shoots like a rifle, but it's not a rifle. It's an explosive weapon, so well, bam. It's like a shorter range version of my Mark II heavy sniper with explosive rounds. So it's like great for taking out helicopters that are in the sky like that. This one is a little bit more expensive. So like the grenade launcher, I think is a good cheaper option in my opinion. And then I'm not going to get into the throwables. They're all pretty self-explanatory and they all have like different uses. But yeah, those are my favorite weapons to use in GTA Online. Using these weapons will help you in pretty much most scenarios in the game. So like if a griefer comes and attacks you, like I think actually one is about to right here. Yeah, I think I pissed off that person earlier with my heavy sniper Mark II. At least I thought they were coming after me. But yeah, all these weapons are very useful for most situations, especially with the survival in GTA Online. So that'll cover pretty much like if you're in an invite-only session, you're trying to do missions or whatever, you're trying to set up like a Cayo Perico heist, all those weapons are pretty much going to help you there. If you're in a public session, a griefer comes and attacks you, then yeah, that's going to help you. So yeah, having good weapons is going to help you a lot when it comes to GTA Online. So now that we've covered the best weapons in the game, let's now actually go over how to survive in a public session. Now, there's a lot of different vehicles that can help you survive in a public session, but in my opinion, the best way to go is to get yourself an Amani Tech vehicle, which this vehicle right here is an Amani Tech vehicle. The big thing with Amani Tech is that you can make sure that enemies cannot lock onto you. So, like, let's just say if someone's in an Oppressor Mark II and they're trying to use their homing missiles, they cannot lock onto you with their homing missiles, which that makes it a lot harder for them to kill you. And most likely, if you're just in a Amani Tech vehicle, you're not trying to do cartwheels like what I'm doing right now. My goodness. One of my friends is actually in my session right now, so I'm gonna ask him to attack me. So, hey, can you attack me? Please. Forbidden tax. What do you mean forbidden tax? Moron, stop. Can you attack me? Really, was pulls was forbidden text? What is forbidden about pulls? Please, morons. That's not an Xbox thing. That's a GTA thing. Way to go, game. You know, maybe we should have a survival guide for the freaking game itself. Oh, he said in 2 minutes. Okay, well, I guess in 2 minutes he's gonna attack me, which once he attacks me, it'll demonstrate why having a Amani Tech vehicle is so nice. Okay, so he's finally attacking me now. I see him in the air, or he's close by. See, look, he's having a tough day. Yeah, look at that. Look at that miss. See, look at that. Wow, nice job. Yeah. See, he's having a tough time trying to hit me. I mean, I'm not really moving, but so much. Oh, he hit me there. That was a good shot. Okay, calm down. Okay, we get it. Okay, look, and he just blew himself up. He got so locked in on trying to aim to me, his situational awareness was not there. Thus, I could just drive right into him, and he blows up. And see, look, he's still trying to attack me. All right, but now I'm gonna get into a normal vehicle. I'm gonna get into this vehicle right here. I need this vehicle. No, car. Okay, you're the lucky winner. So now my friend's actually gonna get into a Sparrow, and then I'm gonna start driving a little bit. And now the Sparrow, and look at that, just straight up, just hit me first shot. Oh yeah, another thing with the Imani Tech vehicle too, I was able to eat a few shots. I was using a mil-spec Patriot. So yeah, that might be able to withstand a little bit more damage. But yeah, this is the main reason why Imani Tech vehicles are very good to use in a public session. See, now he can't lock onto me. He's having issues. I'm just gonna drive into a straight line, see what he can do. See, he has to really focus on aiming now. The Sparrow, oh geez. See, look at that. That wasn't even that good of a shot. Look how close he has to get. That Sparrow is a lot faster. See, he has to focus so hard on aiming. And I'm just in a mil-spec Patriot. Look at that. So yeah, that's just me driving pretty much in a straight line. And then let's just say, oh, you're really pissing me off now. Then well, bam. Look, he's dead. And I had all that time because he wasn't able to lock onto my mil-spec Patriot. And now I just stole his Sparrow because he died so close to the ground. Now, this is just very situational. That's not going to happen every single time, of course. And now I'm just going to... Oh, I was gonna kamikaze into him. And while we're at it, since I'm right next to the guy, one of the best way to actually beat someone up in GTA Online is actually with a little bit of a glitch method. So right now I'm using a controller right now. So if you hold down the A button, if you're on Xbox, or if you hold down the X button, if you're on PlayStation, you hold that down, you hold down right trigger, hold those two buttons down, and then you just run at someone, and you just tap left stick, and you just do this glitch punch strategy. And yeah, the guy will have a very tough time trying to kill you. Look at that. He's dead. I haven't actually tried to use this strategy with anything other than my bare fist, so I want to see if this works with a baseball bat too. So yeah, let's just... Oh, jeez. Okay, no, it does not work with a baseball bat. Or it didn't work there. Let me try that again. So yeah, I'm holding down A and right trigger for me since I'm on Xbox. And then, well, bam. Okay, that's not fair. That was a one shot. So yeah, just in case if you get into a fist fight, you can use this strategy. Okay, well, I'm just getting one-shot kills on him, so... What about a normal knife instead of me just getting a one-shot kill? I don't know how I'm getting a one-shot kill. He's a level 242. Shouldn't be dying like that. So yeah, if someone challenges you to a fist fight, highly recommend just use that strategy because they're going to try to parry your punches and whatnot, which no. Okay, well, you just got run over, and you just got run over again. Would you like to get run over a third time? Please, someone run him over for a third time. Okay, fine, I'll take care of it. Jeez. Oh, don't tell me he's gonna die. Oh. Okay, well, I got him again. I don't think the glitch is really working with the melee weapons. I'm just kind of testing this out on the fly, to be honest. But yeah, I know it works with your bare fist. See here, I'll show you what, people will try to do. So, see, look at that. This is what people are going to try to do. Okay, wait, hold on. I'll show you that again. Oh, wait, hold on. See, you can do that. You can counter his punches like that. Slips his punch, and then, well, bam, you hit him with the counter 1-2. That's what a normal person, or at least someone that doesn't know the glitch, would probably try to do if they're experienced. But you know the glitch because you're a smart, intelligent person. Okay, well, I just got meleeed to death by a candy cane. But as a smart and intelligent person, you're going to do exactly as I do. Once again, hold down the A button, hold down right trigger, and then you just run up towards someone while holding those two buttons down and just tap left trigger. Just tap left trigger over and over and over. Or sometimes you'll push them off just to gain a little bit of separation, but I mean, it's okay. You just drop them like a sack of potatoes. And ta-da. So if you want to absolutely just beat up someone with your bare fist, do that. So another vehicle that you can use in a public session that won't necessarily make it a lot harder for griefers to come after you, but it's just a little bit of a scary vehicle in general, along with it being very fast. So it's going to be very tough for someone to go after you, is actually going to be the Oppressor Mark II. Obviously, you think of this vehicle as a very offensive vehicle. It's very aggressive. The homing missiles aren't as good on it, but still, you can take someone out pretty easily with an Oppressor Mark II. But let's just say if you're in a public session, if someone sees you on Oppressor Mark II, more than likely, they're not going to go after you just because you're on the Oppressor Mark II. They know if they engage with you, most likely they're in for a very tough battle. There's only like a few vehicles that can really counter the Oppressor Mark II. So yeah, more than likely, you just flying around, let's just say downtown Los Santos with the Oppressor Mark II, you should be fine. Oh yeah, another thing too, when you're flying the Oppressor Mark II, just in case if you don't want to piss anyone off, make sure when you're flying, you want to have your missiles on homing off, because, you know, let's just say, like right now, I'm flying in an Oppressor Mark II. If someone were to lock onto me, you would hear like the beeping sound, like the beep, 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 like coming right at you. I think that was a pretty good reenactment if you ask me. But yeah, you hear that beeping, and pretty much when you hear that beeping, you kind of get that, oh shoot, I'm about to die feeling, like in the pit of your stomach. And sometimes it could be just someone friendly, you know, that just forgot to put their missiles on homing off. So like when you're just flying around the city like so, make sure your homing missiles are on off, so you don't scare someone, so they don't accidentally poop their pants because they're so scared that our Oppressor Mark II is about to absolutely just ruin their day, even their week. But then once again, it's such a fast vehicle. I mean, like, let's just say I parked here on the top of the interstate or whatever. You can literally just get on the Oppressor Mark II, just boost away, bam, you're gone. You're just out of that situation so quickly. The only problem with this vehicle is that it is $8 million stock. You can get it discounted for $6 million if you do 5 client jobs from your terabyte, but in total, that's going to be right around $8 million too, because you have to pay for a terabyte. So yeah, not the greatest thing when it comes to price, but like once you have it, you're going to be using this vehicle a ton. And other ways that can actually help you survive GTA Online can actually be going off the radar. And there's 2 ways you can do this. So you can go ahead and call Lester right here, your best friend Lester, and you can pay $500 to go off the radar for 1 minute. So I click this and my blip is hidden off the map for 1 minute. So yeah, if, I don't know, let's just say someone's trying to attack you and you're like, oh shoot, let me try to get a quick out. You just turn off the radar, you get into your presser, and then you just book it out of there. Yeah, also another way to go off the radar is by registering as a boss. And this is probably going to be the more popular choice to go off the radar. But you go over here, you click your SecuroServe CEO, you go to abilities, and then you can go into Ghost Organization for $12,000. So it's going to be a lot more money, but you can remove your entire organization. So not just you, if there's any other people in your organization. So let's just say you have 3 other people in your organization, all of them will go off the radar at the same time. And this one will be 3 minutes. So now you're off the map for 3 minutes. So just in case, I don't know, you're doing like a sell mission or something like that. You're trying to sell off your special cargo from your special cargo warehouse. And then let's just say there's just like a bunch of Raijus in the lobby. You can just activate Ghost Organization as you're trying to do the sell mission. Just another helpful way to help you survive GTA Online. And let's just say you just want to goof off in a public session, but you're afraid like a griever's going to come after you. And I would only recommend you do this if you're just truly trying to goof off. Then I would recommend you go into your interaction menu. You go all the way down to the bottom and you can enable passive mode. So yeah, we can go ahead and enable passive mode. So now we're in passive mode. See, we can't pull up our weapon wheel, anything like that. Like I'm trying to pull up my weapon wheel. It says the weapon wheel is disabled while in passive mode. So yeah, we can't beat anyone up. We can't even use like our Oppressor Mark II while in passive mode. Can't use any vehicles with weapons mounted on the vehicle while in passive mode. I can run over an NPC. That's pretty fun. So yeah, while in passive mode, no one can really take you out. So yeah, that's just another way to actually help you survive like a public session. But in my opinion, the best way to actually survive a public session is actually by not even participating in a public session. You don't even have to be in a public session. That's the crazy thing about it. You can actually get out of a session and go to a different session by clicking the start button, going over to online, clicking that, and scrolling down to find new session. You want to click that, and instead of joining a public session, you can go into an invite-only session. So yeah, when we click to go to an invite-only session, it'll literally just be us. See, now I'm in an invite-only session. The only way you can get into this session is if I personally invite you to come here. There's no other way anyone else can get into this session. So like if you're setting up Cayo Perico, you're trying to do the contract, you're trying to do a diamond casino heist, I just highly recommend you just go into a private session so you can actually just focus on trying to set that up. This is pretty much where I spend most of my time. I spend most of my time in a private session while I try to do like a loser to luxury video, while I set up a Cayo Perico heist, while I'm setting up like a Union Depository contract, anything like that. So I don't have to deal with any griefers that, to be honest, are just trying to ruin your day, which it's kind of silly. Like, come on, I'm trying to like set up a heist, you know? Like, I'm trying to set up a heist, trying to make money, and you're just trying to be like a little troll. Like, stop. Like, as I said in the intro, a gross troll. We don't like gross trolls. But anyways, yeah, this is definitely the best way to survive a public session, by just going to a private session. But all those other methods that I showed you earlier, if you're in a public session and you just want to be in a public session, that's a great way to survive in a public session. All right, so now we're going to get into surviving cell missions in GTA Online. And currently right now, I'm on my Season 2 Loser to Luxury account, but I'm in an invite-only session with actually my Season 1 Loser to Luxury account. And we are going to be demonstrating some things here with both of these accounts. All right, so before we actually get into the cell mission, if you actually just want to survive and just worry about focusing on trying to get the cell mission done at hand, then you can actually do a cell mission in a private session, which is where I'm currently at right now. But I've invited my other account to demonstrate some of the risks that could be involved with selling in a public session. And you're probably thinking, like, why would you ever sell it in a public session? And the reason you may want to, or might be enticed to, is the fact that you could get a high demand bonus. So essentially, the high demand bonus is an extra 2% on whatever you sell for every player that's in your session. So if you're in a crowded session, that number is going to add up pretty freaking quickly. So that's why if you want to sell it in a public session, you want to get right around like 25 players so you can get a 50% bonus on whatever you do sell. But obviously, there's going to be risk involved with that. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of cell missions that are kind of like this right here, where you have to get on a certain vehicle and you pretty much just have to drive. And pretty much you're very vulnerable at the moment. And you're actually really, really vulnerable too, because if you even just sell this by yourself, like currently right now, I'm on one of the cell vehicles, but there's just another cell vehicle just right here sitting all alone. So it could get easily blown up. All right, so essentially, as you can see on my minimap, you can see a Sparrow looks pretty close. I mean, you can expand the minimap a little bit and you can see my Sparrow on my other account is very, very close to our cell vehicle right here. So yeah, while you do a cell mission, you absolutely want to be aware of your surroundings and like where other players are. So if you see like a big group of players, try to go around those group of players if there's any way possible. But yeah, this is a good example of not being aware right here. We're literally just going to drive kind of close to the Sparrow that I clearly see. And there we go. We can just lock on with that account. And there we go. Just homing missiles are coming after us. Oh my God. How did none of those even hit? Kind of crazy. Yeah, the Sparrow homing missiles aren't the best in the world. So yeah, let's just say we're not aware, you know, like we're having a fun cell mission. Well, bam, you're absolutely dead. Now, if you get into this situation, in my opinion, even before it gets like this bad, oh geez, well, the other account just got run over by a truck. So let's just say you find someone that you think is pretty much just trying to follow you and like hunt you down, right? So I would highly recommend just get over and just get off your bike, maybe get away from your bike too, and now you're ready to engage. See, like now my other character's in a vigilante, and a vigilante can't lock on to you when you're not on your bike. So now the vigilante is gonna like try to run you over like so. I'm doing this very slow motion, and then you just get here and you go pew pew pew, oh, just one shot and boom. Now obviously it's still gonna be very tough to do that, but there's gonna be some griefers that are actually pretty bad. They're trying to come after you that you can actually have the opportunity to take them out. And once you take them out, you can just get back onto your cell vehicle and you just keep going. And this is what I was talking about earlier. As you can see towards the top, I'm pretty far up the interstate, and then my other account is down here close to that other cell vehicle that is just unoccupied right now. You know, no one is protecting it at all. And so yeah, let's just say on my other account, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a terrible person. I suck at life. I hate people. I'm going to destroy your product even though you're not doing anything. So yeah, this can easily happen if you're just selling all by yourself. So yeah, let me blow this up. And there it goes. It says my other character destroyed some product. What a bad noodle right there. Yeah, and just so you know, if you were in Mrs. Puff's boating school class, you would get a star removed from your good noodle board. And you saw how SpongeBob really didn't like when a good noodle star was removed from his board. No, it's a big deal. Yeah, absolutely. Don't be a griefer. Be human. Be an actual person. Have a life. Have feelings. And also, if you want to try to prevent that too from happening, do this with multiple people. Like I'm doing an MC business cell mission right now. Most of these MC business cell missions are meant for multiple people, especially if you have your product maxed out. Even though most of these cell missions are possible to do solo, but you get 30 minutes to do a lot of these MC business cell missions, you're probably taking a good chunk of that 30 minutes, which could be incredibly boring. If you have the opportunity to do a lot of these cell missions, do it with a friend. Bunker, the same thing applies there. It's not going to take as much time, but you're going to have to utilize most of your time if you're selling it off solo. Acid Lab is solo friendly. You don't need anyone else for that. The hangar now is solo friendly, and if you're selling product from your hangar, don't know why you wrecked there, ma'am. Oh, don't be stupid. Trying to explain things to people. My goodness. Anyways, yeah, the hangar now is solo friendly. And make sure if you sell from your hangar, you do a land sell mission. Because if you do an air sell mission, it's going to take a lot longer. And then the nightclub. The nightclub is very solo friendly too. And then the special cargo warehouse. I'm going to be honest. I haven't really done a ton of the special cargo warehouse sell missions. But from what I've done of it, it seems pretty solo friendly. But yeah, those are all my tips for how you can actually survive a sell mission. But yeah, let me make this very clear. If you want to actually survive, sell this off in an invite-only session. Right now, I'm in an invite-only session, and I have no troubles right now, aside from the other account that I'm controlling, because I invited that other account. You could be missing out on a potential of 50% more. So if you want to take that risk, go ahead and then take what I just said to you to heart. Maybe use some of that strategy when it comes to those sell missions. If you don't want to deal with any of that, you don't want to deal with any of the risks, then you can go ahead and sell it off in a private session. It's not the end of the world. You're still getting a lot of money. So now we're going to get into how you can actually survive a mission. And when I'm talking about a mission, I'm talking about, you know, like heist setups, heist finales, any contact missions, like the contract, auto shop contracts, the DAX missions, any of those. First things first, you absolutely want to make sure you have good weapons, as we said earlier in this video. But aside from having good weapons, there's going to be 3 vehicles I highly recommend you get to actually go into these missions with. And the first vehicle is going to be right here. This is my Duke of Death. Now, this is more of like a beginner vehicle because this thing is armored and it can take 1 explosive shot. It has no weapons mounted to it, unlike a vehicle later on that we're going to show. But yeah, if you're just starting out in the game, the Duke of Death is absolutely free. You go to Warstock Cash and Carry, and you sort by lowest to highest. You can scroll all the way down, and yeah, that vehicle that's right there, the Duke of Death, as you can see, is absolutely free. So you can get the Duke of Death for free. And then let's just say you're doing the DAX missions to start out, since that's a great way to make money when you're a low level. You can use the Duke of Death to help you out and make your life just a little bit easier. And these are what these vehicles are for. These vehicles are just here to make your life a little bit easier. You can still do it the normal way, but using these vehicles is just going to make things smoother for you. But then the next vehicle I recommend you get is going to cost at least more than $1. The vehicle is going to be the Armored Kuruma. The Armored Kuruma is very similar to the Duke of Death, but the Armored Kuruma actually is more armored. There's only a very, very small window you can actually shoot into here. The Duke of Death, there's a lot bigger of a window you can shoot into. The Armored Kuruma, there is technically a slight window to shoot through, but it's not much. You're going to be safe in this vehicle. You're going to be very, very safe in this vehicle. So yeah, here's the Armored Kuruma. And if you're starting out on next-gen consoles and you get the $4 million to start out with, you can actually get this Kuruma as a part of spending that $4 million to start out with. So I highly recommend you do that if that's possible for you. If you're on old gen, so that includes PS4, Xbox One, or if you're on PC, this does not apply to you. But if you're on Xbox Series XS, or if you're on PS5, then this will apply to you. But anyways, after you do the Fleesa Bank heist, after you do the Kuruma setup, then you can actually get the discounted price for the Armored Kuruma, which will come in at $525,000. Nowadays in GTA Online, that's nothing. That is very, very cheap. And essentially, this vehicle, the Armored Kuruma, and the next vehicle I'm about to show, pretty much you can interchange these two depending on the type of mission that you get. But that final vehicle that you can interchange this with is going to be the Vigilante. And I'm saying you can interchange these two because there could be some missions where you need to like steal a vehicle. And the Vigilante, the thing with the Vigilante is that it has homing missiles on it, and these homing missiles are deadly accurate. But let's just say you're just sending a bunch of missiles out, you can accidentally blow up a vehicle that you're trying to steal, and then boom, mission failed. So in that instance, you would get in the Armored Kuruma. But if you don't need to do that, you just need to take out, let's just say, a group of like 20 men, then yeah, the Vigilante is going to be the way to go, just because you can lock on with these homing missiles. But yeah, the Vigilante is going to be a lot harder to get, and that is because it's going to cost $3,750,000, which that's going to take a little bit to get, but it is actually pretty worth it if you want want to do a bunch of contact missions, if you want to do the original heist, if you want to do the Doomsday heist too, or the setups, then the Vigilante will be extremely worth it. So yeah, to recap, if you're just starting out in GTA Online and you did not get the Kuruma, or you're ineligible to get the Kuruma, then you can go ahead and get the Duke of Death. Just get started, have a little bit of armor, and then upgrade to get the armored Kuruma, and then after that get the Vigilante. And then when you actually go ahead and do missions, you can go back and forth between the armored Kuruma and the Vigilante, depending on what type of mission you get. All right, and the final thing that we're going to get into is actually going to be using snacks and armor. So if you're running low on health, you can actually go ahead and open up your weapon wheel, and as you can see in the top left, you can either eat snacks or use armor. If you just press your right Joy-Con in, you can go ahead and equip armor. As you can see, I went from 0 armor to full armor because I have equipped myself with heavy armor. And then let's just say you lose some health and you want to eat some snacks. Oh, well, first I got to lose some health, so hold on. Let me injure myself a little bit. Ah, there we go. See, look, my health is in the red right now. I can just pull up my weapon wheel and go up on the D-pad, eat snacks, eat snacks, eat snacks, and boom, my health is pretty much maxed out now. And now you're probably thinking to yourself, Dr. Crush, how do I actually go ahead and acquire snacks? And there's a reason why I'm actually outside of Simeon's auto shop right here, and it's so we can go ahead and get snacks. Now, there's going to be businesses in the game that you can actually go ahead and collect snacks from, but like, let's just say you don't have any of those businesses yet, then you can come to Simeon's auto shop right here, which is going to be this icon right here, pretty much in the heart of downtown Los Santos. So yeah, come to this location, you walk inside, and then you want to go up to this table right here, and there's like a little tray of snacks, so you can press right on the D-pad to grab some snacks, and then you can just click the take all button, which for me is going to be X, so you can go ahead and collect snacks, and boom, there we go. We have full snacks and we're ready to go. If you want to go and collect armor, there's different businesses that can actually allow you to collect armor, but once again, let's just say you don't have any of those businesses, you can go ahead and go inside of ammunition and go over here to the left, and you can go ahead and buy armor. So yeah, we can buy 2 more things of super heavy armor, and there we go. Now we got armor, and there's actually one more piece of clothing you could get to actually give yourself a little bit more health, which you want to go over here to tops at any clothing store, and you want to go to utilities vest, which is going to be 59 out of 60 on the clothing. So you want to click that, and you want to scroll down pretty much almost to the bottom right here, and there's going to be 2 options that are heavy utility vest. You can get the black heavy utility vest, which I've already bought, or you can get the gray heavy utility vest right here, which is going to be like $20,000. So yeah, I'm going to equip this right now, and this will allow you to take more damage. So yeah, let's just say you're trying to do the criminal mastermind challenge, then yeah, you can go ahead and equip this heavy utility vest on, and it'll be a lot tougher for you to die. So that's going to be my guide on how to actually survive GTA Online. So hopefully you were able to gather something from this video, and hopefully now you'll be able to tackle whatever comes at you in this game, whether it be a griefer, whether it be like a tough setup to do for one of the original heists, maybe it's a griefer trying to grief you during one of your cell missions. Hopefully you're able to take something away from this video to actually help you out in any of those situations. Make sure you check out this video right here if you want to see me attempt the criminal mastermind challenge in GTA Online.